Type yes or no in chat to tell me if you can hear me or not, please. Testing, testing. Can you hear me all right? Have to take it in faith. All right. So it's 1803. We're picking up right where we left off last time. Let's get a drink real quick.
Water refilled.
See what's going on with this stuff. Here we got our inventory. That's filled all the way up.
Equalizing pressure.
Thanks, Robert.
Low pressure one.
All right, so I've been playing so many different versions of the game. I haven't really had time to. Here too, I forget where we left off, so just trying to get caught up and reorganized. What do we have on the charge?
Not enough materials.
Pots. None of these are full. Yep. So I guess the thing to do today would be to go and
Low pressure one.
put some more, salvage some more parts for our oxygen tank real quick.
Alert. Oxygen depleted. Sleep deprivation warning. Alert.
That we're doing okay on food, so let's eat. Make it easier to sleep.
Warning.
And the survival capsule. What do we want to do next? Can't do that. Gonna do the 3D printer. Could do the pump, but we don't really use the pump for anything yet. Oh, storage cabinet. Well, we can't. We can't do the 3D printer. Well, so that means that makes sense why we haven't done anything there yet. We have the same problem here. We're stuck until we hit Soul 30, which we're about almost halfway to. Let's go get a drink.
Equalizer pressure. Low temperature warning. Water refilled.
All right, so let's see where we're gonna go. Anything close in my favorite to make? And we've been out here. Yeah. What about down here? We've been up that way. All right, let's hop on this. Now, it's been a couple weeks since we've been in this. So, how accurate is it going to be for us? I don't know. I'm going to go head over there and see if there's anything we could salvage. Didn't know that, Robert. Thank you. Because it does. Even if you take it off and you sleep, when you're in the red on something, it does say the helmet is damaged. But I didn't know that it was, you didn't have to repair it. Okay, so it looks like we've been here already. I'm pretty sure. Being this close, I thought it would be a lot farther than that. What time is it? 8:58. Yeah, I don't see anything outside here except for that. What is that? And that's a tablet. Maybe we haven't been here yet. Pick that up. Let's go inside and take a look. Yeah, I don't see anything in here. And get the store open. There we go. That's a seed pod. Apple? It's an apple tree. What really does us no good. Doesn't look like there's anything in this base. Not even anything to salvage. So maybe we were here and we missed the tablet last time we were here. But we do that. Let's see where we could go. Try the spot. We have two bases over here. This looks familiar to me, actually. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks. And I'm old. Yeah, that might be true, Robert. Go with this base first. And if I remember right, this base has a bunch of water wells and stuff at it. I know where they're at now. Over that ridge over that way is where the big base is. So now that we have a tier 2 grinder, we should be able to grind all this stuff down.
Oxygen 75%.
Oh, nothing in it. Is there anything inside of here? Looks like it. Oh. No, circuit board. Yeah, we've been up there. There's your stuff that's missing. There's another small circuit board. Not gonna let us blind this stuff and then decide we have to do it outside. Like the screws, that's not good. And somebody was saying way back that if stuff looks like it's down under the ground, all you have to do is reload the game and it will come up. Some of the seed pods. Potatoes. Those electronics we're getting are important. I want to build another transformer and 4 more solar panels to add to it, so we could jack the power up a little more. Right? Autosave happens every time you sleep. So as long as you sleep before you want to lose a game, then you know you've got an autosave. Yeah. Right over the next base. So I know where we're at now. The Alpha base is directly straight ahead of us over those hills right there. Because in my daily videos, one of the series we were working on last, we were in the same area. Let's run in here and look real quick. I think we've been in here already. And upstairs, not until the tell. Maybe not. It's like we've salvaged anything out of here. But I don't need any of this kind of stuff right now. I need the stuff that's outside. Looks like we got some medium, a couple of medium circuit boards in here. I want to grind up that stuff that I can use for power, so Go back out here. Just a heads up, we'll be running this stream a little shorter than usual. I've got to run to Home Depot with my wife this evening, so I'm probably going to end around 3:30, 4 o'clock, just so you know. We've been doing remodel at my house for a while now, and we're going to pick out some hardwood. I figured while we're out, we might as well go get some dinner too.
Available point for technological advancement.
Okay. Solar panels. I could grind these platforms or these ramps down because they give aluminum, but I figure I'd rather save them in case I need them for something specific. Same thing with these containers right here. They'll be here for me to come back and salvage if I need. And then I just want to see something like this before we head back to the base. Our charge look like, wow, maybe not. Maybe we should just head back, man. I can't believe this thing goes through power that fast. Can I be wrong? Oh, there it is, right here. This is where we're going to head next. We're going to move everything to this place and build our base here. So because there's all these salvageable materials here. There's just an unbelievable amount of salvageable materials there. And we should be able to build a base here pretty easily. And so that's where we're going to go next. So let's head back. We got to get this thing charged back up. And we're really limited on what we can do because we have to wait 30 days before we can use any of the tablets. But it is what it is. So the best thing we can do is stock up on tablets, abandoned tablets, and so that'll be our goal. We have the ability to make the survival capsule now, so we'll get ourselves ready to travel, and then we'll travel back out this way, and we will loot a bunch of the bases that are on the other side of those hills there. It'll be a little more familiar territory for me, so I know what's out there kind of. And in the meantime, we can visit that area down there and figure out a place we want to build a warehouse, or a workshop, I mean. And so we will get the materials we need to do that. Or just doesn't last very long in this thing. But when we set up the camp around the corner up there, there's a water spot that we'll use, and we will we'll definitely be setting up power and stuff there so that we can grab the things we need. Now, I don't know what our calcium looks like here yet. I can't remember. So we'll be checking that on the way back at the capsule. And we definitely need to set up a charging station for this thing because it doesn't last very long. And then when we travel, we'll take the charging station with us. We also make sure we have the materials for a well. And we'll take the well with us as well. So we can set up a well and other things we need. We'll need to set up power with a transformer and batteries for the survival capsule. So once we get the workshop built over there by the alpha base, the destroyed alpha base, I should say, then we will break everything down here and take it over there. And that way we'll have 2 workshops, which we will need, I'm sure. See what we got. Yeah. So we have 266 calcium, which is cool because we should be able to make what we need for the workshop. Let's have a look. That's going to require how much cement? 18. Look at that. We should need 5 more glass plate, and we'll have all the materials we need to actually build another workshop. So we still can't do it yet because, well, we could. We could run over there and do it, but we need to set up a camp for a place we can, and a way station, because the charge wise, we didn't make it back here. We put it on all the way over there. We actually have all the materials right now that we need to make the workshop. Anyway, if we can do something about the power, then we need to set up something to charge this thing with. Here.
Available point for technological advancement.
You push that off. No, that's not what I wanted.
Not enough materials.
I'm going to go inside and get a small circuit board from back over at the capsule.
Suit power, 50%.
Oh, that's not good. We didn't charge our suit today, but we'll charge it before we go inside the base.
Vibration detected.
That one's a good one. I have 11 saved tablets. That's pretty good. All right, let's go over here. Let's finish that off.
Warning.
And we'll get going on this in just a second. But I've shown you something. All right. Let's charge our suit real quick.
Sleep deprivation warning. Alert. Low temperature warning. Suit recharged. Dehydration detected. Water refilled. Low temperature warning. Equalizer pressure. Low pressure warning. Alert. Oxygen depleted. Alert. Oxygen depleted. Equalizing pressure. Low pressure warning. Water refilled. Alert. Bad physical condition. Low power. Dehydration. Critical. Radiation detected. Launch escape procedure completed. Emergency power generator active. Emergency oxygen generator active. Comms down. Detected nearby. Underground ice. Abandoned building. Information.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Test, test, test. Testing. Okay. Sorry about that. Something happened. All right. Anyways, back to what I was saying, but you guys never heard none of it. Um, you got about 3 days to find that. I need 25 iron rocks. You got about 3 days to find them. Let me see how many I have. I've got one. I need 24 more. And so I know there's an ATV over here by this base, but I don't really mess with the ATV on the first day because one, I'm better at finding the rocks on foot than I am using an ATV. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but trust me, it does. I can spot the rocks faster on foot and miss a lot of them when they're riding around the ATV because you can't look around as much. And for some reason, I can see better when I'm on foot than I can on the ATV. So yeah, we need 25 iron to build the drill. And it can be very challenging, as Robert was saying early on in this video or in the stream. Silicon's also important as you can make health kits with it. Now, I will be going over to that base later on in Detroit, not too much longer, because we want to loot it for possible food. As you can see, the game is hardcore when it comes to providing us with what we need for iron. Iron seems to be scarce, a lot scarcer than everything else. He says 24. It's probably right. I always just grab 25. I mean, usually I end up with that much anyway. So we know that's going to be silicon. Whenever we can get a drill running, which the rocks here are very scarce, seems like. There's a couple more iron. That brings us down to 21. Yeah, but sometimes the environment makes it very, very difficult. But like I said, the more you do it, you start to adapt to stuff, and so you start seeing. It makes it kind of gets easier to spot stuff, even in this kind of material, which is this rocky material makes it really hard to see them. And then, of course, the shadows and the ripples in the sand, like this right here, makes it seem like there's a rock, but it's not. So we're already at noon, and we have a total of 3 rocks. How many silicon do we have? 9. Okay, so we're doing pretty good on silicon. That means we can make 9. We need at least a minimum of 10 to survive through the night once we go into total dehydration. Lots of aluminum, but that's okay because we need the aluminum and we have to make the circuit board because the most important thing is to get the drill, and then the next most important thing to do is to build a solar panel so that you can recharge your suit. And I guess that kind of depends on how long it takes to find all the iron that we need. Because
Dehydration detected.
now we're starting to move into dehydration mode. So now we're going to have to make a move towards the base, see if we can find. There's 2 more iron, so that brings us down from 21 to 19. And you get these little patches like this right here where there's a whole bunch of rocks together. But we're going to need to head back to the base because we have to make some. We're going to have to make some health kits to be able to survive. There's another one. Brings us down to 18. Seventeen, 16. Let's run over here and see if we can find some food because that will help offset it. So we don't take as much damage as fast.
Dehydration detected.
rocket fuel. We're not interested in that. See some food. There's a large circuit board. We only need that and then forever. There's a solar panel that will help. Every little bit helps. Another small circuit board. A small circuit board. And so that pretty much rounds out what we need for circuit boards. We don't need any more, so we don't have to collect them anymore. So there's food. So here. Let's grab that. Said we're not going to pick up the and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and drop it on the ground right here. There's no sense in keeping that in my inventory and I'm filling up my inventory when I don't need it. So let's run this over and park it over here. And so this thing drains power really, really quickly. And I have to save this.
Alert. Dehydration. Critical.
And now we're going to take damage. There's one. So now we're down to 17.
Low carbohydrates.
$16. Oh, excuse me. 15. Fortune. Thirteen, 12. Eleven. And 9. So getting kind of dark out here now. It's getting a little more hard to see. We have 19 iron, so we need 5 more. We have more than I thought. So if we can collect 5 more iron, which I'm pretty sure we can do in that, we'll be okay. So, sure.
Warning.
Having all kinds of issues today. I just lost my chat. There
Sleep deprivation warning.
we go. Yeah, we got that update coming on the 28th. So, Stray Wolf says every time you pick up a rock, the game will randomly give you an ore, and it's equal and it is equal probabilities for each of the 4 ores. So, the only issue I have with that statement is that I've done this. I've been doing this a while, and I have done a ton of these scavengings for the rocks. And I find that if you start in Madman and you start off with nothing and you're searching for ore by picking up these rocks, the majority of the rocks you get are the 3 of aluminum, calcium, and um, aluminum, calcium. What's the other one? Aluminum, calcium, and silicon. We don't have any in here right now. And the ore, if you look at the numbers, you can see here that the iron is lower than calcium is a fairly rare ore anyway in the game. But even that, I mean, is more. I've got more calcium than I have iron, and so for some reason, I don't know why, but the iron just seems to be very, very hard to get and come by. And now, being that in this game, it is the most available, readily available, that silicon, you would think that it would be the other way, but it's not. So I don't know why it's like that. That's just been my experience with it. Because I'm not the only guy doing this. There's other guys that are doing this, and I'm not the only guy that has tried to survive doing it this way and not been able to because I couldn't find enough iron to make the drill. Because without the drill, you can't survive. You got to have the drill to mine the ore, to manufacture the things and parts and things that you need so that you can make, such as the well for water and the solar panels for power to power your suit. Because as I'm doing this, you can see I'm down to 70% on my electricity on my electric in my suit. So, and I'm also not gaining any tech points to do this. So I get no tech points for doing this. You can't start earning tech points until you start drilling ore. So,
Bad physical condition.
so there you have it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying for me, in my experience, maybe I'm just an unlucky guy, and just it's never been equal. The possibilities lean more towards the aluminum, the calcium, and the silicon, than the iron when I'm trying to pick up stuff off the ground. Yeah, you got to have the torch. I get that. But you got to, if I get the drill, then I have more materials to come up with to make the parts for the torch. But I'll make the torch before, you're right. I will make the torch first, and then I will make the solar panel next. And then I make the well last. Because I can survive without the well. Even if both my hunger and hydration is gone, as long as I have the drill and I can drill silicone and make the first aid kits, I can survive both ticks at the same time.
Oxygen, 50%. Alert. Oxygen depleted. Oxygen source, external.
You can get points for printing the water cables and the electrical cables and the pipes. Pipes are hard because you got to print a lot of them to get any points. It's easier to get points from doing the electric cable or the water because it takes silicon. And actually, the pipes, the water hoses take that's something else. But cable, which is the electric cables, they if you make like say 30 of them or five, if you make 30 anywhere from 30 to 90 of them, depending on how much you get points. Now I've made 95 and gotten I think 2 points for that for making 95 of the electric. And that's electric. And those points are they electric? Or are they, I think they're materials is what you get for that, for making that. So to eat that last food we got, just so that we can keep them going as a double tick, because we still don't have the drill, which means we don't have enough. Well, at least have 20 of these kits before you do something, before you go to double ticks, because it takes twice as much health off every time it ticks than it does when you're just doing one tick. There's not just medic packs on the wall. I'm doing what we're doing here is called Madman, which is like the hardcore version of the game. And we call it Madman Hardcore Extreme. And that means we don't pick up anything out of the capsule. There's health kits right there. There's materials in here that will help me build all the stuff that I need, the well, solar panel, and so forth. There's a drill right here. There's electric cable and hose. There's a spectral detector there. The only thing we will take from here is this, which is the abandoned tablet, and this. We take the planting tool because you can't make the planting tool until way later in the game. It's quite a ways later in the game. And so because of that, we don't take any of that stuff, and we have to go out and actually scavenge the ore to make the drill on the ground. And by scavenging ore, it's just sheer luck. As you can see, I'm completely dehydrated, so I'm taking hits on my health every few seconds. Make sure we put our helmet on before we go out.
Suit pressurized. Helmet sealed.
So we're almost we just have a few more seconds before we can go outside. But yeah, so we need to find 5 more iron today to be able to make the drill. Once we get the drill, you'll be able to make parts. Like we need to make the blowtorch. But we can't make the blowtorch or anything else until we start mining. Because once we start mining, then that's going to unlock in the mechanics the blowtorch, and then I'll be able to make that. It'll also unlock the grinder. I'll be able to make that, which means we can grind some things at the bases, so on and so forth. So yeah, planting tool is in the game, and it does become available to make in the printer eventually, and I'll show you. Where's it at? It's right here. This is the planting tool, but it doesn't unlock until way later in the game. And so it's point. We have to have the planting tool to be able to plant seeds and stuff in this early part of the game. So that's the only reason we take this. And it's the only thing we take out of the cache, except for the abandoned tablet that's sitting there. But we're not going to pick it up yet. But at 750, the weather is warm enough outside that we can go outside without taking damage. It'll say it's a temperature warning, but as you can see, I'm not taking hits from it. All right, so we need 5 more iron. And I think what we're going to do, how much power do you have on this thing? 95. We'll take it, and we're going to go up to that base. It's on the hill, right? Where's it at? I can't see it from this vantage point. I think it's up there. Fairly sure it's over here. It might be over there. Let me look at my map where I waste power running around for no reason. Yeah, here's this one we just looted, and there's another one up top here. Put a marker on it so we know where it's at. Oh, no, it's totally good. It's not this way. I thought there was one we could see from the hill. I think that is one over there too, as well, just not showing up on the map. Anyways, we need 5 more iron, and we'll have enough to make the drill. And once we get the drill, then we'll hump it and we'll make a bunch of stuff. Now, hopefully, we might be able to find that 5 iron we need on the other side of this hill near this base that we go into. So when we get to the base of this hill here, you get 200 meters. I'm going to hop off, and I'm going to run the rest of the way. I want to conserve energy on that ATV. And then that gives us an opportunity to look for rocks as we're running over there. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some more food over here. Looks like a big water spot here. There was at one time, maybe. It looks like food right there. Like that. Always check in these rows like this of this stuff, because sometimes there's food laying on the ground there. There's a health pack right there. Got that. And there's some stuff inside. See if there's anything on this side. I don't see any rocks over here whatsoever. So that kind of goes. There's a steel plate. That's great because we're going to need that. There's the tablet. We have that. Always want to check on top of these things because stuff's up there. As you can see, there's a small or a medium circuit board up there. So we don't need that yet, so we'll mess with that. There's another solar panel that's going to help us when we get ready to build that. And solar. This one, it's medium too. So we have 2 medium boards in here. You don't really need the medium boards until you get ready to build the greenhouse. Build it in a workshop. Does it take any of that? So I'm going to blow back out of here. Back to the base. And I'm going to do it kind of at an awkward angle so I can see if maybe I see some rocks somewhere. This terrain is hard to spot the rocks without no difficulty. There's one. Just bad luck. We may never find the fire or we die. Yeah, see, there is another base right there. That's top of the hill right there. We need 3 more iron. We need 1 more iron.
Suit power 50%.
So now the power is starting to come into play. Gonna need every bit of this ore, so that's why I'm still picking up rocks. In case you're wondering. Let's go inside here and see what we can find. The health kit. Take that. Food pack. Take that. Another food pack. Take that. There is the. Look at that. That's the tablet. You can't reach it. And we won't be able to reach this fruit either until we can grind this down. And I don't know where the tablet's sitting at so high like that. Oh, it's on that shelf. Okay, so you can get it. But that food, like I say, it's in a container. You can't grab it. Sometimes it's on behind the shelf. You can't grab it unless you can grind that stuff down. So you won't be able to get to that food until we can grind those down. You want to just check over here and make sure we're not missing anything. We're not. Let's head back and let's go make our drill. And we need to stop picking up rocks. Now we need to get back and make the drills so we can start grinding stuff. Make the things we need. We're not going to be able to get it built before. We're not going to be able to get the solar panel built before it gets dark. So we won't be able to utilize that yet today. But we still have, we were at 50% power today, so we should be all right. And what it will force us to do is grind a bunch of materials down so that we have the materials available to make the parts for the things we need, like the well and the grinder and all that stuff. So let's get this done. Okay, so if I go into my inventory and I take that, that's a glass plate. Don't need that. I put the steel plate and I put it over there. And I put the solar panels in there as well. So now it should be good. Add, and now it's making it. So next thing we want to do is start grinding or start mining the ore, and you'll get points that will unlock the blowtorch. We'll do that. Takes a while for this thing to print. We got that. 1501. So yeah, we won't have enough time. We got to grind a bunch of iron, and we need some aluminum. I don't know how much we have here. We might have enough. I don't know. Gonna be silicone. Get our first point for the torch here real quick. It shouldn't take long. All right, so now I'm gonna run over here and grind this iron. Should be iron. Yep, and that's what we want. You have to be careful when grinding these rocks, as they can kill you.
Available points for technological advancement.
There's our blowtorch.
Status. Technology access level increased.
Go ahead and finish grinding up this iron, then we'll go in and let's see if we can make we'll make the blowtorch and see what we need to make the solar panels. Well, it's so slow with tier 1. We're going to have a blowtorch. Printing tools takes a long time. While that's printing, we're going to open up our blueprint, electricity, and we're going to right click on that. By doing this, it's not open. There it goes. It opens up this panel onto the right here. Hold it up where you can see it. And it tells you exactly what you need. Split it. So we need 4 small pipe, 5 solar cells, 2 packs of screws, and 2 electronics. So I don't know how close we need to have having all that stuff, but inventory. Let's put this back over here. So we only need 2. We need 3 solar cells. And just go 1, 2, 3. Boom. So that'll take care of the solar cell problem. Now electronics is going to be the other one that we're going to need. We're going to need 2. Boom, we got that. Um, 4 small pipe. 2 packs of screws. So if you build the solar panel now, we should be able to see if we can. Our torch in the number 1 slot. Boom. Too bad there's no power yet. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and help up. Let's see if we can. If we've got a few minutes before it's too dark. Let's see. I'll go ahead and grind up some of the stone. I apologize for if the screen seems really dark to you. It's kind of dark to me too, but I can still see what I'm doing. And I try to get as much of this stuff done as we can because we need some of this ore. For 2 reasons. One, we need to make a well for water tomorrow, and we need to make some more health kits to get through the night.
Available point for technological advancement.
Now we got the. Now we're able to unlock the grinder. Problem is I don't think we have enough iron to do the steel plate that we're going to need to make it. Close this. Right, let's go in here. Inventory. Right.
Warning.
All right, so move this in there. Open our blueprint. Take the solar panel thing off. Just gonna let us. I want to know what we need to make the well now. Before we do any of that, we're going to need to make some cable.
Available point for technological advancement.
There's the example. I made 35 cable, which gives us 350 cable, and we got a point on the electric. We're going to need that cable so that we can plug in the solar panel into the ATV to charge it. All right, so we need 11 small pipe, and that definitely we don't have enough for that. We need 5 solar cells. We definitely don't have enough aluminum for that. We need a steel plate. It's going to take more iron. Small engines times 3. We could actually probably make the 3 engines. And then we'll have them. That's all we're about to be able to make today. But we can make more of these, and so let's make some of those. So let's unlock the tech tree. Let's see what we can do here. Let's do the grinder.
Mechanics. Technology access level increased.
We'll unlock the workshop.
Materials. Technology access level increased.
We almost have that for electricity. That's from making stuff. We want to unlock this transformer, will be the first thing we unlock. And then we want to unlock the workbench because we can't do things over here without first unlocking the workbench. Let's see, we need the workbench unlocked for that and for that. And that's our tier 2 jackhammer, tier 2 grinder. We can't make the grinder. We can't make the grinder until tomorrow as well. The grinder is going to need aluminum plates, since we don't have any. It's going to need a steel plate, and it's going to need a pack of screws. All that stuff's going to take out, so we're going to need to go minus a bunch of iron tomorrow. We need minus a bunch of stuff. do this with the other ones so we don't forget it. So we could really benefit from making that grinder and being able to grind up stuff at these places. Like you can't grind like the building, and we can't grind
50%.
solar panels or any of that stuff until it's tier 2. So we can grind, although we can grind other things. We can grind the containers. We can grind up stuff that's inside the bases that can give us parts like
Suit power 25%.
Aluminum and small pipes and packs of screws and that kind of stuff. So now our electric is down to 24%. And I'm more than positive we'll make it to the morning. That won't be an issue. But as you can see, it's quite the struggle to get through all this. And if you're doing it for the first time and you haven't seen a video like this that kind of guides you on how to do it and how to make it through and what to do, you can really be stuck pretty quick. It's getting sidetracked or focusing on one thing in specific. And a lot of people, what they do is they focus on trying to get their well down so they can drink water. And the problem with that is you can't build the well without the torch, and you can't make the torch without unlocking points in the tech tree for mechanics, and you can't unlock the mechanics without drilling, using the driller. And so the drill has to be the first thing you focus on getting. That's why we do that. So it's kind of a linear plan you want to follow when you're doing this. But I haven't been so bad off that my electric is where it's at, my hydration is where it's at, and my hunger was and heavy hunger, which means I don't have any food. So I'm getting 3 ticks all at one time when I'm outside in the cold. And because by that time it's desperation time. And so it's scavenging enough silicone off the ground to make enough health packs, and then maybe finding health packs at the bases that you visit close by that can sustain you, because you can survive. You just keep your head and think about what you're doing. We've got about 2 hours game time, which is about roughly 120 seconds, and we'll be able to go outside and charge our suit at 6:30. It's not even that. It's like less than that. It's like a half hour and 5 minutes. Half hour. So 30 seconds. Because now, so at 6:30, I can run out here and charge my suit. Even though I'll take damage from the cold, I can use my health packs to sustain me while I'm doing that. And I don't really even have to do that. I could probably wait till, I'm 17%. I could probably wait too, because once you hit 15%, I think it goes into the power saving mode. It turns the heater off in your suit. Okay, so there should be enough sun out now that we should be able to charge the suit.
Low temperature warning.
As you can see, As long as I monitor my health, I should be able to be all right.
Suit recharged.
There we go. Now I will plug in the cable. To the ATV so it can start charging it.
Available point for technological advancement.
Now we have an electric boat, I think. Yep. Now we can unlock the transformer,
Electricity.
which
Technology access level increased.
we won't need for a while, but that being said, we want to do our oxygen. That's not good. It's not letting me pull my oxygen out. Yeah, I'm trying to fill my O2. Then let me take it out of the slot.
Oxygen source external.
It's bugged.
Suit pressurized. Helmet sealed.
So I'm going to do a reload and see if we can't get it to fix it. Can't do a reload without saving the game first. Yeah, I don't sleep ever in pods. If you sleep in the pod, it affects your health and your stamina by a third. And the only way you can undo that is to sleep a full night in a regular bed, which would be in the workshop. So therefore I just don't do it. You can sleep 8 hours in the chair and it's still it still have the deficiency. So it knocks your health and stamina down by a third, and you can't regain it until you can sleep in a bed. All right, so let's see if this works now. There we go.
Alert. Oxygen depleted.
All right, so we're good to go. Now we can go out.
Hydration detected. Dehydration critical. Sleep deprivation warning. Alert. Alert.
This 77%. Okay, so we need to mine. We need to mine iron like crazy. We're living, fellas. All right. Keep going. So, we have another tall stone here that we can mine. That's going to be iron as well. And we're going to move it all.
Available point for technological advancement.
Oh, he's got a few more pieces of iron to grind up. And we can focus on finding some aluminum. Alright, so we want aluminum. We need rocks. I never just noticed that till right now. We only have one place that has rocks. Let's see if they charge these on us. We're going to need travel. Battery's 100%. There we go. Let's unplug that. Jump in. Let's go pick the rocks. These are where the rocks are. There's a couple back over that way, but I want to go out here where I have a wider variety and more luck of chance to find aluminum. I got specific style rocks that I choose to try first. And that one looks straight ahead right there. Looks like a good candidate. Let's find out what this is. Oh, that's what you got to be careful of. This stuff's still moving. Can't kill you if it touches you. That's iron ore. We'll leave that there so that we know what that is. Let's test one of these other ones out. Which is this one? I'm not doing that. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will be aluminum. That's silicone, so we'll leave that. We're not looking for that. We've got plenty of that right by the base. Let's see what this one is up here. Silicone. Wow. Talk about unlucky. Aluminum. There we go. It's a small rock and there isn't much ore here. It's gonna kind of suck. Yep, more aluminum, so that'll work. And this here. See up here, my so. Danger, danger, little rocks. Going at 76 aluminum 20 isn't very much. It kind of goes. One rock, one piece of oil, and a whole stone.
Available point for technological advancement.
I know the tech point.
Oxygen, 75%.
Try this big one here, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be iron. Oh, I was wrong. It's aluminum. That'll work. I hope we can get it done before dark. It'll be rolling. That'll be the kid from the rock falling on us.
Suit power 75%.
Better, Robert. That should give us enough aluminum that we should be maybe possibly able to make a well. Alright, so we need our tugboat. There it is. Back to the base.
Warning. Low temperature warning.
Now we're going to take a double hit. With this closer for charging.
Warning. Weather alert. Dust devils detected.
Oh, lovely. Gonna get some more silicone before we go inside.
Low temperature warning. Low carbohydrates. Low temperature warning. Suit power 50%.
Alright, so we've taken enough of this for now. Need to go inside. Let's plug this thing in.
Warning. Weather alert. Dust devils detected.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that. Now we'll have our grinder. And now we'll be able to grind some stuff up at the bases. So let's go ahead and resubmit what we need for this. Use 11 small pipe. Don't think we're gonna get the. Oh, looks like we will. We definitely won't have enough for the screws. But these screws we can get, and I think we can get the aluminum plate as well, and the steel plate as well. So let's see what about the silicon. 5. So we got those. We need 2 electronics.
Warning. Weather alert. Dust devils detected.
We got the electronics. And the plates.
Warning. Tornado closing in. Find shelter.
So that's what happens. Sometimes it will call it dust devils, and actually it turns out to be a tornado instead, which is what it comes up with at the end. We have enough to make the steel, a pack of steel screws. Let's do that.
Alert. Bad physical condition.
Time to eat. So what the tornado is going to do, it's not going to do anything to us. You can see it out the window right here. If it was daylight, it'd be even better to see. It's actually right on top of us right now. And the thing that's going to do is it's going to cake these solar panels with dust, and we won't be able to. They won't be able to. They will have a very, very reduced amount of power that it will put out. Because we're not really relying on it for anything right now, when it becomes daylight, all I'll do is go out and grind this down and dismantle it, and then just rebuild it, and then it'll be clean again. Now you can make a CO2 cleaner that you can use a little blower tool that you can use to blow. There's the canisters. That's what the canisters look like right there on the wall. I don't know if there's one in here or not. I don't remember. I don't think there is. I think you have to make it. But not a big deal. Unless that's something that you're worried about. It's already 6:30, so the tornado shouldn't last too long. Let's see, steel plates. I don't think we have enough to make the steel plate. Let me just look and see. We do. Okay, so we have everything we need. We can make the well now. As soon as it's daylight, or as soon as the tornado's gone. Well, you know, we get everything we need. So now the water will no longer be a problem for us. We'll be able to drink and whatnot. Sounds like the tornado's starting to die down, so let's go ahead and do our oxygen real quick so we can be ready to go out the door.
Oxygen depleted.
Sounds like it might be gone. Look to my left, it is. What time is it? 7:06. I'm gonna fill this up with some health. Let's make a couple more health packs. Stick those right there. And let's open this up. Actually, before we get out, let's put the grinder right here. Let's grind this down real quick.
Low temperature warning.
Got to be careful too. I almost made a mistake. The plugs will shock you and kill you, so you need to stand away from them so you can see the stuff popping out right there. Let's make another. We get all those resources back, so we should be able to set another one right down. Close it real fast. And now it'll be clean. It won't be dirty like that one was. Let's go ahead and recharge our suit. Then we'll go build us a water bill.
Suit recharged.
Plug this in. Now it's charging that. Now I gotta remember where the water is. The water is right there. I'm gonna run right out here, drop a well. It'll take a few minutes and then we'll be able to drink. But rotate it so that the drinking part is facing us. I'm going to drop it down a second time, and I click one. Let's get this built. Okay, so now we have a well and a place to drink. Let's look at the meter. Okay, so you want to always make sure that this is at least 6. 6 is about average. If you get too close to the edges, sometimes it'll be like 5.2 or 4.2 or whatever. You want to adjust this and get it in an area where we can get the full 6. And it's now storing water. I got to give it a chance to store a little more than 2 so that it will fill us up. Once it does, we'll no longer take damage. We will be damage free.
Source empty.
So we're at 70%, but that's fine. We are now not taking damage anymore from that. The next damage we will be taking will be from the hunger until we can start growing our own food unless we find food. But to do that, we have to travel away from the base quite a ways. And as you know, that
water refilled.
Okay, so now we're 100% on our water. But as you know, this machine, this ATV runs out of power pretty quickly. So traveling long distance and it's really difficult at best. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is take our grinder and run over to the base and start grinding up what we can in it to get materials so that we can start making points. We're also going to normally do a bunch more mining to make points as well. Now, these are the things I was talking about here. I get steel plate from this and aluminum sometimes. So there's aluminum plate there. There's a steel plate. A small pipe. And another aluminum plate. And then the point is that we get materials from grinding stuff up like this that will help build other things. I want to make another solar panel. I want to make another solar panel, and ideally want to have the transformer set up with the two solar panels plugged in, and then a battery to store power. And once we reach that point, hopefully we'll have, from grinding stuff up, we'll have enough points to unlock the survival capsule. And using those items, we can move to other bases. And so our health is building back up on its own. All right. So let's see what we got. The tech tree, we got materials, we got the workshop. So now we are going to do, we want to get here, so we'll do small corridors.
Materials, technology.
And the next point we can get the survival capsule that we can carry with us to put down anywhere we want. Now at tier 2, once we raise the level to tier 2, we'll be able to, all this stuff up here is pretty much, we'll be able to grind stuff up like the solar panels outside and the wells and stuff like that. We still won't be able to grind the building down to tier 3, but we still can get quite a bit of useful materials from the solar panels and the water wells and stuff outside. Now, to do that, we're going to have to build the workshop and then put down a workbench to upgrade our tools. We will do all that in this area before we move to where we want to build the base up on top. But until then, we'll grind all those things up, try to find materials to make things better for us here. I see the tablet down there. We must have missed that. I wonder if it respawned that because we had to do a reload. That's kind of a trip. If that were true, that would mean we could stand here, pick up the parts we need and stuff, and do a reload and keep picking up parts. So I don't know why that happened, but whatever. I'm pretty sure we grabbed the tablet from here already. That looks like a seed pod back there.
Low carbohydrates.
Run out here and see if there's a seed pod over there. There's that. There is. It's right there. That's a potato. And it's a potato. Okay. Right. So it's an old bug stray wolf that when you reload, it reloads the tablets. I didn't know that was a bug because I knew there was a bug a while back. It's been, I don't know, they fixed it after the first update. And the bug was is you picked up a tablet, opened it up, and looked at it. If it wasn't what you wanted, all you had to do was reload the game, and then the tablet would show back up in that same spot. You could pick it up and open it again to get a different RNG. So you end up with something else. So you could roll through them until you got the welder, or roll through them until you got the medium soil patterns, that kind of stuff. But I thought they fixed all that. I didn't know that tablets would be responding like that. So what's this thing look like? So we're at 100% on that. So we've been out there. The hell was that for? Yeah, that's the one we went to. This is the one that's up the hill there. I think we've been there already. But I know we haven't been to either of these. So, see about going over there. We can get lucky and find some food. And it's painfully slow, this ATV. And once we unlock the other ATV, we can build our own. The new one we build will be a lot faster than this one. It'll hold the charge way longer, and it'll stall around be better. Okay, so that one wasn't very far from us, which is nice. And I think there's a couple of bases over there, actually. Just need to be careful when we go off the edge here. And not screw ourselves. And there's two bases right there. The far one is the one that had the question mark in it. And we'll hit this one first, and then we'll go into the other one. The main goal of this trip for this is to try to find some food. And if we find other things, which we will, I'm sure it's all good. It's a big canyon. It's like just this dome period. Looks like there's a health kit in there, but let's like make sure everyone's this stuff over here. There's the food. That'll keep us from starting to lose points for having lack of food. Let's see what else we got in here. Electronics are good. There's no food. Small circuit board we don't need, and I'm not looking to get the rocket fuel yet. Let's run over here. Jump on a little ATV. How far is that, Chris? Yeah, let's jump on our ATV because of the time. Otherwise, I would just run over there. This has living quarters on it, it looks like. Might get some good swag from this place. There's another food. There's a motor. Oops. It's not been damaged up here, so it's all gone. There's the tablet. Hey. Get us a couple steel plates real quick. Guess there's another feeder here. I can't believe it. Huh. Yeah, it looks like it's right there. That's got to be a door handle or something. Oh, it's a backpack. Three steel plates on that one. I'm gonna need them. All right, let's get out of here. It's gonna get late real quick. Got a little ways to travel back through some kind of rugged terrain. Never did see a tablet at this one. And then Lucky's will go down there and see if I can see it, but I don't see one yet. It may not be one there. Let's see if we can get around this thing. Going this way. Whoa.
Oxygen, 75%.
75 on that charge, so we're doing okay there. Yeah, it may be underground. I don't have the time to mess with it right now, so. See what this is here. With that, we are going to need some water. So I'm going to head straight over to the well and take a drink. 20 kilometers per hour. It's 26 kilometers per hour.
Water, refilled.
And power just went off. Plug this up. Up. Now that's one of the things that's the big complaint with me is that hitbox is so stupid. Its hitbox on this side should be for this plug should be larger. Anyway. We got potatoes. Still have the food. You got some materials and that'll work. Then we build. So, if it is right. But we do have an engine because it's in the inventory right here.
Warning.
We just need 5 soy cells and we don't have nearly enough stuff to do that. We need a bunch of silicon. So we'll do that tomorrow. Or actually, we'll do that next weekend because it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. Appreciate you guys coming out and watching.
Suit power 75%.
Don't forget to check out our channel and watch some of our videos. And the videos are in the description for our Discord. You can hit that description and or hit that link for the Discord and accept the invite and land in our Discord. I have a partner that helps me with the streaming on Sundays, and his name is Tex. He's just not here right now. He's got some stuff going on in his life. It's real life stuff, which we understand. So I got to take my wife to Home Depot, and then I'm taking her out to dinner tonight. Normally we run our streams till about 5 p.m., but we're going to go ahead and end it for today. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. Come back again. See you guys next time. Every Sunday at noon, we do the stream. So, see you next time. Bye for now.